creating and editing contacts using Zoom and built-in dictation. Welcome! In this video, you will learn how to use the Contacts app on the iPad while making use of the Zoom accessibility feature and built-in dictation. There will be an opportunity to see how to create a new contact and add information to existing contacts. The basics of searching for contacts will be covered. Deleting contacts will be covered. There will be an emphasis on learning to do all of the tasks while making use of the Zoom accessibility feature to compensate for limited vision. Step 1, making sure Zoom is turned on. To make sure that the Zoom feature is on and working on the iPad, do a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the iPad's home screen. If the screen becomes larger, it means that Zoom is on. Disable Zoom for now by doing another 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen. Everything should have returned to normal size. Throughout this video, information will be given about where to do the 3-finger double tap gesture when turning Zoom on. Turning Zoom off with the 3-finger double tap can always be done anywhere on the screen. Important note, if Zoom does not come on when a 3-finger double tap is done on the screen, contact me. I can help you resolve that before moving forward with the tutorial. Step 2, opening contacts. With Zoom off, use Siri to open contacts. Say, "Hey Siri, open contacts." Contacts will open. Step 3, creating a new contact. Do a 3-finger double tap at the top right corner of the screen to zoom in on the section of the screen that contains the Add button. The Add button looks like a plus sign. Tap on the Add button, the plus sign. The cursor is automatically placed in the first name field, and the built-in keyboard is now taking up the lower half of the screen. Do a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen to turn Zoom off so that you can observe the screen unmagnified and see where there's a new contact area and the keyboard on the screen. Leave Zoom off before you go on to the next step. Step 4, dictating first and last names. To do that, the microphone button on the keyboard needs to be found and activated. To do this, locate the spacebar at the bottom center of the keyboard. To the left of the spacebar is the microphone button. Do a 3-finger double tap in that area of the screen to enlarge it so that the microphone button is able to be seen enlarged. Tap the microphone button to activate it, and the zoomed area of the screen will jump to the first name field. A blue circle appears with a microphone icon in it, meaning dictation is active. Say the following: Michael. With the microphone still on, tap the last name field just below where now Michael appears. The microphone is still listening. Now dictate the last name. Say Harper. With both names now in the new contact, tap the blue microphone button to stop the microphone from listening to anything else. Do a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen to disable Zoom. And note that the keyboard is still on the screen. To hide the keyboard, tap on the last key at the lower right corner of the keyboard. This hides the keyboard and keeps the next steps easier to follow. And again, Zoom should be off at this point before you go on to the next step. Step 5, adding the phone number. It's time to add the phone number, but first, Zoom needs to be on so that you can identify the controls that allow for doing that. Do a 3-finger double tap anywhere toward the middle of the screen. Zoom is enabled just below the last name, Harper. There's a round green button with a plus sign in it and the words Add Phone next to it. Tap on that plus sign to initiate adding a phone number. When the Add button is pressed, a number keypad similar to a phone keypad will appear. With the number keypad available, type the following phone number: 805-655-4-2-2-4-7. That number will populate the phone field. Now do a 3-finger double tap to put the screen back to normal size. It's time to finally save this new contact. Do a 3-finger double tap just to the right of where it says new contact in the middle of the screen. The zoomed section of the screen should now have a done button in it, which is a blue circle with a check mark. Tap on that done button. The new contact is successfully created and saved. Do a 3-finger double tap to disable Zoom. Step 6, adding an address. With the newly created Michael Harper contact still selected, an address will be added to it. First, turn Zoom back on with a 3-finger double tap at the upper right corner of the screen. Edit mode needs to be on to add an address. Tap on the Edit button to get into edit mode. Turn Zoom off with a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen. This should help you get oriented to how the contact looks in edit mode. Locate the part of the screen where the first and last name appear for the selected contact. Do a 3-finger double tap. The first and last name should be inside the zoomed section of the screen. Use 1 finger to slowly scroll up until you find a green circle with a plus sign in it and text next to it that says Add Address. Tap on it. Turn Zoom off with a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen. There is a keyboard on the screen, and as before, do a 3-finger double tap to the left of the space bar so that the microphone button is enlarged. Tap the microphone button to enable dictation. Focus will move directly to the street field. Dictate 816 Rockbridge Way. Tap in the city field and say Candlestick Park. Tap in the state field and say DE for Delaware. And then tap in the zip code field and say 59773. Then tap the blue microphone button to turn dictation off. Disable Zoom with the usual 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen to get a full view of the contact with the keyboard still on the screen. Do a 3-finger double tap at the upper right corner of the screen. There is a done button, blue circle with the check mark in it, in that section of the screen. Tap on the done button. Do a 3-finger double tap. Step 7, adding a note to a contact. Edit mode is needed for changing or adding information to a contact. For this example, a note will be added to Michael Harper's contact information. Begin by doing a 3-finger double tap at the upper right corner of the screen so that the area containing the edit button is enlarged. Tap the word edit. Do a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen to disable zoom so that you can get reoriented before continuing. Locate the part of the screen roughly where the first and last name appear. Do a 3-finger double tap to activate zoom, and you should see the first and the last name inside the zoomed section of the screen. With 1 finger, scroll slowly up, slide your finger up, pick it up, slide it up again, until you see notes. Tap where you see notes. Turn zoom off and locate the space bar and turn zoom back on with a 3-finger double tap just to the left of the space bar so that the microphone button is enlarged. Tap the microphone button to enable the dictation, and the note is going to say, door code to Michael's building is 304. Tap the blue circle containing the microphone icon to turn the built-in dictation off, and then turn zoom off with a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen. Edit mode is still on, and the done button needs to be tapped to save the changes. To find the done button, do a 3-finger double tap at the upper right corner of the screen. The done button again is a blue circle with a check mark in it. Tap the done button. Turn zoom off with a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen to set up to move forward to the next step of these instructions. Step 8, deleting the currently open contact. There are multiple ways to delete a contact. The one used here will be done from the edit mode for the current contact, which continues to be Michael Harper. First, do a 3-finger double tap just below the circles on the screen with Michael Harper's initials. You'll see the currently selected contact. Turn zoom off with a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen. To locate the edit button, do a 3-finger double tap at the top right corner of the screen. When you see edit, tap on it. This time, use 1 finger to scroll all the way to the bottom of the list of available items for editing until there is a button that says delete contact. Tap delete contact. A confirmation box will pop up that just says delete contact. This is to let you confirm that you really want to delete the selected contact. Tap the new delete contact button. The contact, Michael Harper, is no longer in your contact list. Do a 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen to turn zoom off. Step 9, searching for a contact. The search feature is used to locate a contact already in the contact list that needs to be changed, edited, communicated with, or maybe deleted. The search field is at the top right corner of the contact app screen. Do a 3-finger double tap at the top right corner of the screen. There is a search field there, and its little magnifying glass is unique to that search field, and the word search is also there. Tap search. Turn zoom off with the usual 3-finger double tap anywhere on the screen. The keyboard is on the lower half of the screen, as it will be with any text entry. Here, instead of dictating the search, this example will be done by typing just a few characters of a person's name. I'm going to 3-finger double tap toward the left side, and I'm going to type the letter C. So I look for the letter C, which is enlarged. I tap it. I'm going to turn zoom off for a sec. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to do a 3-finger double tap. I'm going to tap on O. And then I'm going to do a 3-finger double tap to disable zoom. I'm going to go back over to the left side of the keyboard and do a 3-finger double tap and turn zoom back on. Then I'm going to type the R. And then I'm going to do a 3-finger double tap to turn zoom off. I'm going to turn zoom back on, but this time it's a 3-finger double tap at the top left corner of the screen. This is where top name matches will be found on the screen, and it indicates that the list is only people that match what was typed, in this case C-O-R. And the name of the person I'm looking for is Corie, C-O-R-I-E, and that name is in that list. I tapped on his, and then I turned zoom off with a 3-finger double tap. Looking at the right side of the screen where the contact card appears, and any needed edits can be made to it, and even delete him now that he has been found and selected. Step 10, canceling a search. Many people forget to cancel their search and wonder why they can't see their full contact list. We're going to do a 3-finger double tap to turn zoom on at the upper right corner of the screen. And that's where the search field was earlier and the characters C-O-R were entered. Just to the right of that is an X, a circle with an X in it. Tap the X, and the search is cleared, and the list of contacts is back to the full list. Final thoughts. This concludes the overview of using the Contacts app with Zoom and built-in dictation on the iPad. Creating, editing, searching for, and changing contacts while using Zoom should now be a little bit familiar to you, and you should be able to use those skills for your own contacts management tasks.